Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. My name is Bree Flanagan and I'm one of the public health educators here at the Caldwell County Health Department. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so I'm joined today by one of our nurses, Kara Green, so we can discuss some of our programs and services. Kara, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having me. My name is Kara Green. I am the B-Step coordinator at the Caldwell County Health Department. I'm here because Bree wanted to interview me and ask me a few questions about the B-Step program.
Thank you, Kara. So can you tell us what the B-Step program is?
Yes, the B-Step program is the Breast Cancer and Cervical Cancer Control Program. It's a program for individuals to receive low-cost or free screening mammograms or Pap smears to detect breast cancer or cervical cancer.
Okay, and who is eligible for this program?
That's a very good question. There is a certain amount of requirements for B-Step. For one, the individuals must be without any insurance, no Medicare, Medicaid, any private insurance, or they're underinsured. They also must be at or below the 250% of the federal poverty level. And for our screenings, for breast cancer screening, we start that at age 40, and that goes to age 64 for our program. And for cervical cancer screenings, that will start at age 21 up to age 64.
Okay, so it sounds like a good resource for those who maybe don't have a lot of other options.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and what services does this program offer?
That's a very good question. We offer a variety of services. We offer, of course, screening mammograms, clinical breast exams. That's where the provider goes and feels the breast and makes sure there's nothing abnormal. We also offer diagnostic services for that. Say if something were to come back abnormal, they may order like an ultrasound or a diagnostic mammogram, just depending on provider preference. And we also offer Pap smears. So for the Pap smears, we usually do that every 3 years if they're normal. And for that, if a Pap smear were to come back abnormal, usually it would be up to the provider about what diagnostic procedure would need to be performed next.
Okay, so it kind of, like you said, depends on how the test comes back.
Yes.
Okay, and so you would recommend starting at age 21, each person gets a Pap smear every 3 years. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, and unless it comes back abnormal, and then based on those results, it will be up to the provider on what they would do next, whether it needs to be another Pap smear or another diagnostic procedure performed.
Okay. And what about for the mammograms? How often should those be for either early detection or prevention?
Usually we start our mammograms at age 40, and those are performed every year.
Okay.
If there is a problem with the breast before age 40, we can also screen for that as well, and do any testing if the provider, deems that it's necessary in that situation. So we can see women who are under 40 if they're having a breast problem, and of course they meet those requirements of not having any insurance.
Okay. Now, is there a way people should test or know if they're having any problems before age 40?
Yes. So what we recommend is women to perform a self-breast exam. Usually we say once you're in the shower to check your breast and make sure you don't feel any lumps. And usually we recommend doing what's called the strip method. So you go down your breast, each one in a line, and make sure you don't feel anything that seems unusual.
Okay, and if they have any questions about that, they could just maybe ask a nurse, do you think?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. If something, if they feel like they have like some kind of lump in their breast, usually, we'll want to get them in for an appointment and have a provider assess them for that.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, what were to happen if a patient in the program was diagnosed with either breast or cervical cancer?
So, say if we did have a patient, to be diagnosed with either breast cancer, cervical cancer, because it has happened, what we can do is we can see if we can get them to apply to B-step Medicaid, and that can help cover different treatments for the breast or cervical cancer. There is also certain eligibility requirements for that. So usually the B-step provider will know more information on that, about if they would be eligible for that.
Okay, that's good to know. And where can people find out more information on B-step and if it's available in their area?
That's another really good question. So if individuals want to find out more about B-step, I would recommend going to the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services website. They have all this information I discussed today, and it even goes a little bit more in depth. If they want to find out if in their county there's a B-step provider, there's a map on the website that shows different areas that provide B-step. Luckily, Caldwell County is one area that we do provide B-step, so we are very fortunate for that. And say some individuals are not very tech savvy, not good with computers. Of course, you can call your local health department in the area, and they can point you in the right direction to be a patient in that program.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Kara. That was very informative. Thank you guys for tuning in. One last thing before I let you go is just another reminder to please complete our community health survey if you haven't done so already. You can find that on our Facebook page or in various places within the community. That just helps us guide our programs in the future so we can serve you all in the best way that we can. So thank you again, and thank you, Kara.
Thank you.